Good afternoon, everybody. We're here to talk this afternoon about how the GLF is coming together as an organisation of international ICT infrastructure providers to respond to the Covid-19 event. I'm joined by Marc Halbfinger and Oliver Camplin-Warner. Thank you both very much for joining me this afternoon. The GLF is calling for globally ICT infrastructure providers to be designated as an essential service. Could you explain why the GLF is so keen and believes it's so important for ICT infrastructure worldwide to have this designation?
What the GLF has sought to do with its call out is just to highlight that message and to try and assure that governments at any level, whether it be municipality or at a state level or federal level, any form of jurisdiction, recognizes that fact which exists in many licenses and how important it is in any event, even for those who are providing applicational value who may not be defined as a licensee, how critical that work is.
What does that designation of essential service mean, and why is that so important for the ongoing service continuity of networks?
Yeah, well, what we're seeing around the world, Sam, is it critical that countries do sort of work through a period of shutdown to stop the spread of the coronavirus as quickly as possible. When it comes to sort of maintaining and upgrading the network, we of course need to ensure that our teams around the world can still be mobile, can still get to site when required. So just having that classification as an essential service allows us to continue to work, to continue to operate, to continue to ensure that our network is available for all of the individuals who require it and organizations around the world.
Why is collaboration so important?
Well, first of all, the GLF was set up around the premise of interoperability and to make sure that ecosystems of ICT capability could be delivered ubiquitously to end users, and that wherever commercial settlement behind the scenes needed to take place, that could happen in order to assure universal delivery of ICT capabilities.
So Oliver, as part of the GLF's Keeping the World Connected initiative, several collaborative activities have been announced that the GLF is really promoting amongst its members in the broader ICT ecosystem. Could you share what some of those are?
Yeah, thanks, Sam. Great question. Look, the GLF has a fantastic track record of really bringing together a number of organizations around the world to ensure that we do collaborate for the betterment of the industry. At moments like this, as tragic as they are, it's absolutely critical that we do come together as one. So there's a critical role we can play in terms of sharing the information that we have in each of the organizations, making sure that we share kind of what we're seeing around the world in terms of demands from our customers and from industry. There's also a critical role we can play operationally. During these tough times, I'm sure there will be certain organizations who will be significantly impacted operationally, and I think we have an opportunity to really support each other to ensure that governments, countries, individuals don't see any impact to their service. So
what could be the most positive outcome from an industry perspective where we've seen maybe innovation or an advancement in collaboration that has really taken the industry forward at a quicker pace than maybe otherwise would have happened if we hadn't had this event?
I think there were some people who were in two minds around the value that digitalization could really bring, but now we're seeing the absolute value. It's almost sort of a compelling event which has forced the issue a little bit. I think also in terms of just video conferencing, I think there's almost a new norm that has taken place, whether or not there'll need to be as much global travel, as much sort of travel between countries moving forward. Again, something that we maybe might rebalance moving forward. So
also with regard to data collection and information, and we'll probably see a stronger move in that healthcare space, I would imagine. I would expect also that what's happening with the global economy today, anything that's dealing with next generation technology, software-based automation and services will likely accelerate. And it may take some time for the economy as we knew it to find its footing again. And hopefully the ICT industry can serve as fuel to help the global economy improve itself as rapidly as possible.